We're back with the action. Memphis Tigers playing the Cincinnati Bearcats in this Week 10 matchup in American Conference play. Cincinnati looks to be pretty stout with their defense, as well as the Tigers bringing in the #1 rushing defense in the nation. Tigers look to be about midway with their total offensive attack with 155.7 rushing yards per game and almost 239 in the air. It's a pretty balanced stat for this Tigers team. Let's look at the injury report. We have the tight end doubtful for this game, and Abernathy, a huge blow to this offense with 2 weeks on the foot fracture. We have Blair and Brendan Kay leading the charge for the Cincinnati Bearcats, whereas Chenot, the strong safety, coming in with 26 total tackles, 1 for a loss, a forced fumble, and a TD. Kay is a stout quarterback with a good throwing arm. He's a big boy, and he's going to be hard to tackle for this defense. And here we have your top players for the Memphis Tigers. Karam, who has over 1,400 yards through the air, 100 rushing. The workhorse Hayes with almost 700 yards on the ground, 6 total touchdowns and 1 receiving. And Joe Craig with 24 receptions, 189 yards and 6 total touchdowns. And we do have some prospects. We have a 4-star recruit in the halfback. We have the defensive tackle John Walker coming in, as well as the free safety Ryan Matthews. And here we go, getting on the sideline for a cloudy, rainy day in Memphis, Tennessee. It's going to be the Memphis Tigers against Cincinnati Bearcats. Let's see the American Conference standings so far. At #1, we have the #4 team in the nation, Louisville, sitting on top at 4-0, 8-0 overall. Memphis at a second place, 3-0 with a 4-2 overall. And the Cincinnati's holding up on the 4th with 2-1 in the conference and 4-3 overall in their standings. It is time to get this action underway from Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee, where Tigers look to defend their home turf. Now on 1st and 10, we have trips left and Karam the play action to Hayes, and nowhere going. Karam is sacked on the play, and it looked like Sylvester Huhan who gets in there quickly. He just blows by a tackle, blows by the left guard, and no one picks him up, and that's going to be a loss of 9. So Hayes tries to get some of the yards back, to cut back, and 5-yard gain for Hayes. So on 3rd and 14, the Memphis Tigers come out with a spread formation. Karam drops back with a 3-step, and over in the middle, he's going to find Tevin Jones for a first down and more. And Tevin past the 50 for a first down. Trips right formation here. Play action for Karam, and under pressure once again is Karam, and he goes down for the sack, a loss of 7. Karam drops back and over to the right side, puts his check down man, and Middleton fighting through a tackle, almost enough for the first down, but that leaves 4th and short, and a 4th down fake punt for the Tigers, and nothing doing. Hunter Brooks sniffed out and taken for a loss. So play action for Brendan Kay, and Brendan Kay just rolls to his left and throws it up, and Watson playing center field is there for the turnover, and Watson just snags the ball out of midfield and takes it for the first turnover today. Read option and a poor option read by Karam, and that is going to be a 3-yard loss. Trips right, empty backfield this time, and Karam drops back. Blitz coming over to the right side, just overthrows his receiver. Not sure if the blitz had Karam hesitating, but the kick is up, and a great punt for Hornsby, and McClung gets a block away from one, and finally taken down after a 24-yard return by McClung. 1st and 10, trips left here. Brandon Kay drops back and rolls, and he doesn't find anyone, but finds enough, throws a strong stiff arm from a defender, and he gets the first down. Read option for Kay, and Kay again rolling through a defender, taking another one down, and gains 7 yards. Hurry up offense here for the Bearcats, and that is a read option by Tion Green, and he gets a 10-yard gain for the first. Now 2nd and 7, trips left, and a quick bubble screen over to the left side, and Moore takes the reception, but not getting much. This defense is going out and getting to the ball. Brandon K drops back on 3rd and 6. Tries to roll out and finally forced down. It looks like Dion Whitty, or excuse me, maybe Lanier getting into the tackle. But with 4th and 3, Cincinnati Bearcats take the lead with the field goal. 3-0 Bearcats. Spread look here, and Hayes takes the ball and goes right up the middle for a 7-yard gain. 2-back set, and the read option throws, and just not a good overall look for the read option, and Jay Steve is taking the ball down for a 7-yard loss. 3rd and 9, gets rid of the ball before he gets hit, and K1 Malone with his first reception, a gain of 19 on the play. Split back set and shotgun, and play action for Steve. Rolling out to the left is Hayes, and Hayes takes the reception but pays for it on the catch. Again, split back set for the pistol, and over to the right side is Milson, and Milson catches it under pressure, but again, a great catch for the tight end. And there we have it, 1 quarter down, folks, and this is setting up to be a good ball game. We'll see what the second quarter has in store for us in a second. Back at the American Conference play, quarter 2 is underway. Karam drops back and over to the left. K1 Malone again with another reception. 13 on the air so far. Twin tight end set, and looks like a stretch play for Hayes, and Hayes gets away from one, bullies through a defender, and gains 14. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, folks. In the same position and same play, except this time we're taking it for a dive into the end zone for a touchdown. Memphis up 7-3, and away from one defender is Tayon Green. Green getting a block, a lot of sloppy tackling, and he is going to ride it to the end zone. Touchdown Bearcats. What a great play by Tayon Green, forcing away one defender and a lot of other defenders, just poor tackling. Split backfield for a shotgun set. Karam hands off to Hayes, and Hayes is getting away from one, but not going to get away from anyone else. 2-yard gain. Should have saw the blitzer coming down. So 3rd and 8, and over to the right side. Who else but K1 Malone trying to get away, but that is going to be 21. So we have over 50 yards receiving for K1 Malone this first half. And not going to happen. That is that is just floated over the middle by Karam, and Blair just steps right in front of it like a gift wrapped present on Christmas, and he gets the turnover. So K hitting here against a 4-6 defense, and he is going to be sacked on the play. That is going to be Tank James with the first sack on the day. Again, may we remind you folks that we have the #1 sack leader in the NCAA on the team with Corey Jones. So on 3rd and 3, we have a pistol formation. K looks like a triple option, read option. That is going to be defended well against by Harris, who is the leader of this defense, coming down and making a play for a loss. On 4th and 6 with a long field goal to come, and the kick is up and no good, but there is a flag down. Running into the kicker against this defense, and that could be costly because Corey Jones, just a boneheaded play, brings it 4th and 1 still, and that's another attempt for the kicker to come out. So the snap is down, hold is up, the kick is good for the Cincinnati Bearcats, giving them a 6-point lead. So 2 tight end set for this offense, and looks like Karam's making some plays. Defense coming down with the blitz, and over to the left side, over the middle, and Craig in and out of his hands. Not a usual thing for Joe Craig. He is struggling down the road. But that's okay. Reggie Travis picks it up, and that is going to be a first down reception for our slot receiver, Reggie Travis. Triple option here. Karam keeps it, pitches it to Hayes. Hayes takes it right side, gets a block for Joe Craig, bounces off a defender, and forced out of bounds is going to be Brandon Hayes. That's 45 yards on the ground so far. Another read option, and Karam keeps it, heading up the middle this time. Gets away from one, and just not fast enough to break the last one, but a 22-yard gain nonetheless. Balanced 2 tight end set, ace formation, a stretch play again to the right side by Hayes, who tries to put a move down, but nothing happening. and he is getting 7. So fullback, shotgun set, and over the middle is going to be Joe Craig getting away from 1 and finally forced down after a 14-yard catch. Stretch play left side for Hayes, and Hayes trying to get around, but nothing doing. Blair, the speedy linebacker, just traveling down the sideline and forcing him down after a 3-yard loss. So 3rd and goal, empty back set. Karam drops back. It's a 3-step over to the right side and almost picked off as the ball falls harmlessly to the ground. And that is going to bring up a field goal by Jake Elliott, and the kick is up and good, cutting into the Bearcat lead. A little bit more than a minute left before the halftime. K drops back, and over the middle he's going to hit McClung, and McClung holds on as he was getting hit. A 14-yard gain. Here we are with the hurry-up offense, and McClung once again getting another reception on the sideline, an 11-yard gain for the Bearcats. And Hayes is out for the game with a mild concussion. We'll have to see who can step up for this rushing attack. Hayes is a workhorse for this offense, but with 55 seconds left to go, 2nd and 10, and McClung is putting on a clinic on this drive. Trips left, and K with the lob over to the sideline, and that is going to be Kism. Kism with his first catch on the day. 1st and 10, I formation, and a run up to the right side. Tion Green, he's making a mockery of this first place defense in the NCAA. 1st and goal, and once again another power formation, and out to the sideline. 39 seconds, and he is in for the touchdown, giving the Bearcats a 10-point lead. 35 seconds left to go. Tyreek Patrick over the middle is going to get a catch for 26 yards. Clock's winding, and Karan drops back over to the middle, and again Reggie Travis, another reception and a 1st down. Hurry up offense ensues, and we have 23 seconds left to go. Karan over the middle, over the linebacker this time for Millicent, and Millicent a 30-yard catch. 17 seconds now, Reggie Travis in motion, and now it's going to be a triple option. Karan pitches it last second. Steve out to the end zone, and touchdown Tigers. Steve grabs it and gets in, gives a stiff arm, and Elliott makes it 3 points down against this Cincinnati Bearcats. And with that, that is going to go into halftime. Tigers with a little bit of momentum, but not looking well so far on offense. Let's see if the offense can get it going. Let's see if Jay Steve and a couple of other running backs can get it going while Hayes is down. So let's look at some of the highlights of the first half, and we will catch you after the break. Alright, at first glance of the halftime stats, you can see here Memphis airing it out, 241 to the 50 yards rushing. Time of possession is 2 times the amount of the possession time of the Bearcats. But the 121 rushing yards is a huge disappointment for this defense. And I know Coach Greenwich on the defensive side of the ball will be addressing that in the locker room. So let's get back into it. Halftime is over. Thank you, Nissan, for supporting the halftime show. And let's get back into the second half play. Alright, Memphis got the ball first off, so it is time for the Bearcats to get the ball. Let's see if this defense can hold strong. And Tion Green gets his sweep left first and foremost. And that is going to be a gain of 10. Yet again, this Bearcat offense is cutting right into the core of this defense, and they do not care. Brandon K rolls out, gets away from one, but Dion Whitty is going to get a sack. Lonnie Ballantine is going to get that sack. He is playing that safety position, but yet he's almost like a rover linebacker at times. but he is getting blocked on this, and Brandon Cade's going to take the read option. Horrible pursuit angle for McLean, and he is going to get a first down. And Tion Green's going to push through 2 defenders, and he is going to get a 12-yard gain. And again, they are bullying the core of this defense in a mid-line option, and Johnny Farms is going to be able to take him down and get that saving tackle. K rolling back. Golick with his first reception is hit and fumbles into the end zone out of bounds. And it is now Memphis football. I believe that was Tank James with the hit. And that is going to make it 2nd and 11. Cross with the crossing and make a sweep for Jay Steve. And Jay's trying to get away from 2 defenders. Not going to happen, and tackled for 0 gain. Trips left. Karam drops back. Fires over the middle and almost intercepted once again from Blair, and that is going to give this Bearcats some opportune field position after the punt. Moore with the wheel route outside, and that is going to be a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4, ace formation. Tion Green trying to get away, and does, and finally gets the first down after fighting through 1 tackle. Tion Green this time up the right side, and that is going to be a 13-yard gain. Where is this defense at? Where are they showing up? They're sending the blitz, trying to stop this, and Moore takes the reception, turns around, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. That gives Cincinnati a 10-point lead. Jay Steve coming in motion. The read option for Karam, and Karam's going to get 2 defenders, making him take down, and that is going to be an 11-yard gain. Nothing setting up, and Karam under pressure gets the ball out before he gets sacked. So on 3rd and long, twin tight end set left. Karam play action over to the right side, and Millicent once again, the sure-handed tight end, gets 17 yards for a first down. Read option, and Karam might not trust Jay Steve after a couple of missed opportune downs, and that brings up 2nd and 4. Reggie Travis comes in motion in a triple option here, and Karam keeps it. No pitches out to Reggie Travis, and he gets enough for a first down. A 5-yard rush for Travis. And once again, Steve not getting the ball. You have to wonder what's going on with that backfield. Karam play action, drops back over to the right side, and Millicent is going to get another catch for 9 yards. Here we have 2 twin tight ends set on the right side and cross in motion. Steve finally with the carry and almost doesn't get the first down again. Fights forward enough for the first down though. Strong right formation, and Hunter Brooks out of the backfield gets it, bullies through a defender, and an 8-yard reception for Hunter Brooks. So Carl Harrison now, and Carl Harris a 3 rushing yards for a first down, and he is the speediest of these backs. He cuts back right side and gets 6 yards on the play. So he's one to be looking at as well. Another read option, and that is good for a touchdown. Karam could have walked in 4 yards out, and he is into the end zone, cutting this lead to a 3-point game. Now this defense has to come up and go forward and get a stop. So Green rushing on the right side, gets a block on the left side. Hollier blocked off the right side, and 24-yard rush for this Bearcats offense. 1st and 10 once again, and right up the middle of Tion Green. This defense is shifting. You have to wonder what the coach sees, because his defense shifts right before the ball happens, and that is going to give them a first down catch. All right, 2nd and 10 as this defense gets a little breather, and it looks like ace formation, tight end set right, and here comes the blitz, and Green taken down by Harris. Harris has had enough. He's trying to do the most he can for this team. And on 3rd and 9, K drops back and over to the right side. He's going to hit Golick for the 1-yard reception, bringing up a 4th and long. And the kicker comes out, who has hit a 40-plus field goal earlier this game. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good, and that makes it a 6-point game for the Bearcats. split back set for a shotgun, and over to the right side, the wheel route for Carl Harris, who gets an 8-yard reception right away. Full back set here for the Tigers. Man in motion, a triple option for Karam. Karam gets hit, passes it out to Steve, who gets the first down barely. Only a gain of 2 for this team. But that is it for the third quarter. Let's see if the Tigers can come back in this fourth quarter and show a strong play for this defense and offense. All right, 2nd and 10, fourth quarter action under the way, and it is going to be a split back dive for J. Steve, who gets 7 yards. Reggie Travis again in motion here, and a triple option, and nowhere going, a 3-yard loss for Memphis Tigers, and that is going to be a turnover. So after the punt, Tion Green with the sweep left, and fourth is down by Winton McManus is going to be Tion Green, and he has over 180 yards rushing. And here, turn up the pressure. Here comes this defense, and that is going to be Dion Whitty, the nickelback, out of the blitz, and he gets Brandon Kay. So 3rd and 16, Kay drops back and over, and no, nothing going. Another sack. This time, Charles Harris, the leader in that linebacker core, he comes around and again sets up for a punt for the Bearcats. So Karam trying to take on some motion, and not going to happen. Intercepted off the hands of Reggie Travis, and or just a opportune specialist taking the ball after it bounces off. So let's see how this Tiger reacts after the turnover. So full on blitz, and Tion Green goes out to the right side and forces a 6-yard gain, and he is closing in to 200 yards on the ground. 3rd and 4, 3 down linemen set, and Tion Green up the middle, and forced over is going to be Tion Green. That is going to be a first down. Tion Green again, this time an inside zone left, and it is going to be forced down after Jakes takes him down. McClung with the screen, and he's only going to get 2. So 3rd and 3, let's see if this defense can hold to make it a 9-point game. Okay, he's looking around, he's got trips left, taking his time. 4, 3, the clock is run down, and Kay is going to hand it off to Green, who gets a first down and more, and that might be in, but no, the stop by Watson. Watson's going to take him down, and 21-yard gain at that, and that is going to put Green over the 200 mark, and this defense is gashed. He gets in for untouched for a 3-yard gain, and you have to find out how big this defense is going to come in the fourth quarter, and nothing doing more this time, getting the 2-point conversion. So Karam drops back, a spread set with 14 points left to go. He's not stopping. Tevin Jones for the reception, a gain of 20 yards. The hurry up here, Karam drops back. Nothing going, nothing open, and he just holds the ball too long, and there goes the sack. 2nd and 19. Spread, and Karam drops back over to the right side, a one-on-one, and it's up and intercepted by Drain, and that might be the ball game. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left, and the 3rd turnover for this offense. So here comes Rodriguez Moore, and he is going to get a 9-yard gain, and again, this Russian defense is just not holding steady against this offense attack, and that is going to be a attack by Green. Green's pushing through. He gets the first down, and they're going to milk the clock as they go. Draw play, and Tion Green's getting nowhere this time, and he is forced down for a loss by Harris. Harris is refusing to stop, and 1:21 left on the clock, and another draw play. Harris gets pushed out of the way, but nope, gets back up, and he tackles him. What fortitude is this guy showing? 8 tackles on the day, 3 for a loss, and 1 sack. 3rd and 9, K drops back, a screen set up right side for Green. Green's got 1 man to beat, and he gets around him, and that is going to be Valentine forcing him out for a first down. So the Bearcats start, and that might be it for the game. It is, and that is going to do it. 245 yards on the ground against this defense, who was ranked 1st in the nation against Russian, and just a poor reflection against against this defense that Memphis has. That's one that you just got to question what happened, what was going through the minds of the players and the coaches on the sideline, and that is just a tough defeat. But that is not over for the season. We can still come back and do it, but we will get the highlights here and go back with the player stats of the game here in a couple minutes. We'll let this highlight film run out. Alright, time to take a look at some of the stats of the day. Karam has a QB rating of 118.9. He was 21-34 with 303 yards in the air, but 3 interceptions. Have to look bad at that. Also, the tied leading rusher was Karam in attempts, only 11 yards there. The sacks did hurt on that. Hayes got 49 yards but went out of the game with a concussion. You had to think that played a role in Memphis losing today. Jay Steve trying to step up, but only 11 yards. So we're going to have to look at Carl Harris in case Brandon Hayes does not come back. He was only 2-9, but he is the speedy back that is allowed for some. Also, Reggie Travis got in the mix with 1 rush and 5 yards. Millicent came in strong when we needed, 5 receptions of 9 yards. K'Wan Malone started heating up in the one drive. He had 3 receptions alone for 50 yards. Tevin Jones came in at times where he needed to be. He is our slot receiver, and he has 3 receptions of 58 yards. Tyree Patrick, the 4th, and Reggie Travis, both with 2 catches. And Craig, Harris, and Brooks, also with Hayes, all have 1 reception. Joe Craig has not been lighting it up as much as we would like to see, but Coach Greenwood says not to worry. He comes to play every game, and he does his job. So let's look at the tackles. This week's leaders, Ballantyne and Harris, both with 8. McManus and Hollier, both with 5. And coming up, the top 5 tacklers is Bobby McCain. Tackles for loss, Harris is leading with 3, Ballantyne with 1, McManus and Whitty and Tank Jakes all with 1. What's surprising to me is seeing the sack leader with no tackles for loss, but we did have 4 sacks with Jakes, Ballantyne, Harris, and Whitty all with 1. Again, we do have the number 1 sack leader in the nation on the team, so had to wonder, was it just a fluke? Anthony Watson, the strong safety, he had the 1 interception. Brown and Harris both with 1 deflection, forced fumble as well, but no recoveries and no defensive touchdowns. Jake Elliott, the freshman kicker, was 1 of 1, and Hornsey did a lot of punting today, not usually what we see from him, but he did what needed. So here are the game stats so far. Memphis led with 20 first downs. But as you can see here, Brandon Hayes, who went down in the first half, the player of the game offensively for Memphis, which means not a lot went on. Tank James did have a pretty good second half. 2 tackles, 1 for a loss, 1 sack, and forced fumble. But we are taking on the FCS East next week. Hopefully we can get going, fine-tune some of those troubles that we had. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't. We'll catch you guys next time.